first, they said their actions were unacceptable and a failure. Now, the state agency in charge of running our prisons says there's more to it.
It was a flaw in their system that helped free a repeat offender just before he caused a deadly crash. The Colorado Department of Corrections says it was our investigation that tipped them off to that issue with their own technology. We started digging into Christopher Moore's record after the deadly head-on crash on Highway 6 earlier this month. He was speeding away from deputies when he crashed head-on into another innocent driver, killing him. But he never should have gotten that opportunity in the first place. Karen, break this all down for us. She joins us here tonight.
Yeah, well, Karen, it all comes down to this state database called the Colorado Crime Information Center, where law enforcement agencies from across the state can run a suspect's history, and whether or not they are on parole from prison should show up. In Moore's case, that parole record didn't. CDOC says after we asked them why, they've now discovered something on their end caused Moore and hundreds of other parolees to be incorrectly pulled from that state database.
Major crash, major crash.
This fatal crash in Clear Creek County that took the life of an innocent man has prompted a number of questions about Chase protocol and why a habitual criminal wasn't held in jail.
This is a failed judicial system where somebody with a criminal rap sheet like this and being on parole, not have his parole revoked. I mean, it's frustrating in this business to continue arresting people day in and day out. Jail is a revolving door.
The suspect in the Clear Creek County case, Christopher Moore, was released from prison and granted parole June 3rd. He was arrested days later for stealing a car and bonded out. He was arrested again in July and again bonded out. At the time, the Colorado Department of Corrections told us the required official notification, which allows the department to review the case and initiate a parole hold, did not occur through the proper channels. As a result, a parole hold was never placed. That response prompting a bigger question about that system and if it was working. Colorado Department of Corrections telling us now it wasn't, and that a high-level review has identified a flaw in their automated procedure that caused the system to send out incorrect and premature parole end dates. In a new statement, CDOC says, we took immediate and comprehensive action. We have completed an emergency audit and corrected 1,246 records that were missing from the state system. The state says they are initiating a new protocol with parole officers manually checking status of current offenders, as well as daily checks for those newly released offenders.
Now, the CDOC in that same statement today says they take full responsibility for this issue that they say is a direct result of pervasive technical debt and that critical systems within the department have aged past their life expectancy. They are working with the CBI right now currently to come up with a permanent technical fix, but they say that there are other systems in place that should have caught this.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Are there systems in place that could have prevented this? Because this is a major issue.
Well, we all know parolees are required to check in with parole officers. And in this case, Moore was expected to check in with his officer. He did that after being released, but CDOC said that there was a delay setting a parole revocation hearing for him. And again, they admit that should not have happened.
Yeah. Just a really tragic end to that story, Karen.
Yeah.
Great report.
But good news that they are working on
Yes.
it. They're being transparent that there are several issues that need to change going forward.
Now they know about it, right?
Absolutely.
Now they can fix it, which is great.